Is this Christmas Eve any different for you than the other one, the last one?
It maybe just a little bit since we've experienced it. Definitely just as exciting. And definitely just as prepared, but I think maybe a little bit different because we've gone through it once before. So you even this stuff. I mean, you experienced it last year, so you know what to expect a little bit.
You were here, well, you've been here longer than anyone, and you were here for some pretty lean years. When you look back at that time, how do you look at the evolution of this Oilers franchise since you first got here?
Yeah, I mean, I think it. Those were fun years for me as a young kid coming into the league, obviously, but it could be frustrating at times when the team's not having success. And but I mean, you learn a lot as a young player about how hard it is to win in this league and how important the little things are. So it's been a ton of fun to see our team evolve and put together some runs, and obviously 2 years in a row now getting to the ultimate goal, and coming up short last year just gives a little extra motivation to get the job done this year.
Ryan, that moment of sack last year, saying, I know that we're going to be back, I know it in my heart. Did you feel that was shared amongst the group collectively, especially throughout this season?
Yeah, it's definitely shared. It's been our feeling, it's been our drive, our goal. Obviously, it's a long process, and it's not just as easy as saying it's going to happen, and it just does. It takes a lot of work and a lot of effort every day. So at that point, it's I think when he said that, it's obviously we're in a tough spot where it's hard to wrap your head around thinking about next year doing it again when you're that fresh off of it. But I mean, we've had the goal in mind the whole year, and we've done obviously a good job getting back here and giving ourselves another chance.
Ryan, you've known Stu for a while. I guess can you just give me a thought on just his ability to bounce back and the kind of lightning rod he's been in this town for a while, and just his demeanor and how happy you guys are when he's playing?
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it. It's that's something that has been the most impressive over my time with him, especially for a young goalie in this league, is being able to bounce back, because it's never going to be always easy. You know, there's always going to be difficulties, whether you're a player and especially as a goalie, whether it's your fault or not. But to be able to bounce back is such an important thing, and he has that ability. He has an ability to just kind of silence everything around him and focus on the task at hand, and that's hard to do as a young player, and I can imagine as a young goaltender in this league. So it's been impressive. Obviously, he's got an infectious personality. So it's been fun to watch, and we'll need more of that, and we expect that this series, obviously.
I feel like criticism is unfair sometimes, like the stuff that people.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I don't personally see a whole lot, but like you hear a little bit, and I think obviously as goalies always kind of take the brunt of things, regardless of how they're actually playing or what they're actually doing. If you lose, I mean, it's kind of for a lot of people, it's easier to just blame the goalies, and unfortunately, that's because you're just the one guy back there. That's how it is, and in a city that's so passionate about hockey in the Canadian market, it's probably amped up a little bit. But like I said, it's impressive how he's dealt with it, and how he's able to bounce back and be able to push through things like that. Sorry.
You've been around Connor and Leon for so long, and we know about how talented they are on the ice. How much of what they do and being a superstar, can you speak to their mental game, how mentally tough you have to be in this town and in this market to succeed?
Yeah, for sure. It's almost just as important, and it's just it speaks to their level of competitiveness and their will to. Their drive to win, and it's something that as the players, I mean, you look to and you follow, and their drive and their will is so impressive on a day-to-day basis that it pushes you too. So obviously, yeah, like you said, two of the most talented players that we've probably ever seen in the game. But there has to be more than that, and these guys have that. They're so competitive, and they want to win so bad that it's easy to follow guys like that.
Ryan, as kind of a follow-up on that, have you seen changes in the way that McDavid has approached this run versus last year with the experience of what you guys all went through?
Well, I mean, last year included, years before too. I mean, just the ultra competitor wants to win so bad. I think I was saying it a little earlier. I mean, we've gone through. The more experience you have, the easier it is to kind of settle in and play your game. But I mean, I think just having a little bit more experience last year helps us. But no, I mean, compared to other years, he's just as competitive. He's got that same drive, and like I said, he will be following his lead again.
Right, you're getting close to play 1,000 game in the NHL. I think you played already 14 season, only with one uniform. How proud are you about that?
Yeah, definitely. It's been a huge, massive honor for me to be able to do it with one team and this team. I mean, they're obviously such a historic team, and their fan base has just been so incredible for so long. Even in the early years when things weren't going well, you still felt that support and you felt that passion every day. So it's been a huge honor for me. I think I was lucky to get through some of those years where it seemed like everybody was kind of getting traded, and you wanted to, and the team wanted to go different directions here and there, and they've always stuck by me, and something I'm super grateful for, and obviously to win, to do the ultimate goal would be a massive accomplishment for this whole city, and something that we're going to do our very best to do.
Can you appreciate even more those two Stanley Cup final presents because of the lows of the first maybe 6, 7, 8 years for you in Edmonton?
Yeah, for sure. It just goes to, like, it's hard to do. It's not an easy league to win in. I mean, my first 5 years, there was maybe a year or two where we had a little bit of a sniff to make the playoffs, but really, I mean, you're just struggling, and then you start to be able to get in, and obviously there's always the hope is just you get in and see what happens. But when you have a team like this that we've built over these years, with the ability to actually get the job done and win, it's yeah. I mean, you can't take it for granted because it doesn't happen every year. It's not that simple. It's not that easy, and every team's so good now that I definitely appreciate these moments and want to do the best we can with the opportunities that we have.
When do you feel that the culture changed here in Edmonton, going from a team that kind of wanted to get in, or maybe could get to the first round, to a team that was one of the best contenders in the league?
Well, I mean, of course, when you get a guy like Connor that don't come around very often, if ever, you have to be able to build a winning team around him, and he's gonna do a lot of that by himself, but and I think he's been a huge part of driving this culture into a winning culture, and you bring guys around him that have experience, who've been through things like that, and it's just kind of naturally progressed. You have to get in and have some runs and experience some losses, some hard losses, I feel like, to really understand different things and to grow your game as a team and as individuals, and something that we've worked at a lot over these past 10 years really.
This is a lighthearted question. How does it make you feel when Skinner goes? I was one of those guys going,
Yeah.
you know, like, it's been that long, you know?
No, but he does bring it up a lot. Where it does age me a little bit, but yeah, it's funny. I mean, obviously he's an Edmonton kid, so I think in Edmonton you're going to be an Oilers fan. It's rare for you not to be, and so pretty cool to be able to play with him now. And I mean, yeah, it does age me a little bit for sure.
Sorry if you answered that already, but they mix some ice from Burnaby in the ice Rogers Place. So what do you think about that?
They what? Sorry.
They took some ice from a Burnaby ice, an arena. In
Okay.
Burnaby, new market, and they took ice from 6th place in Canada to mix it here. So
Wow,
you
I didn't.
more, you didn't know about that?
I didn't know that. No, that's pretty cool. Is that something that they've done in the past,
I
or
don't think so. No.
no? Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, a little piece of home here, I guess. Yeah, very cool.